Hello everyone, this is Q Quantum here and welcome back to another episode of the ExploreOSS series where we explore awesome open source projects in one video at a time every Saturday. And in today's video, we are going to talk about an awesome open source project that can replace all your WhatsApp, Signal, Telegram, etc. and all your chatting applications and even your email. So what actually is this solution? So without any delays, let's get started. As you can see, I have opened up the site for matrix.org. This is the one particular solution that can replace all your internet communication stuff. So what Matrix is actually? An open network for secure decentralized communication. Now, seeing that the cryptocurrencies, the decentralized finance and all this stuff, I think you all are very familiar with the term decentralized now. So what does it actually mean? I would explain in brief it like let's say you have multiple clients and you have one master of them. So what does decentralization do? Like you take the control from that particular master and take it in your own hands, and your votes and your decisions matter in that case. So that's what decentralization is like in brief. So this matrix stuff is basically actually a protocol, or you can say in specification, that has given an open network for secure decentralized communications, and you can build applications on top of it. So let's say you want to build a chatting application which is similar to WhatsApp, but you do not have any particular authority controlling the servers of that like dummy WhatsApp, right? So if you see the description of Matrix, what this is, Matrix is an open source project that publishes the Matrix Open Standard for secure, decentralized, real-time communication. And to be noted, this is Apache licensed. So Apache license is basically like nobody can charge for you, like nobody can charge for distributing this protocol itself. So that means it's completely free and open source. Next up, it is maintained by a non-profit called the Matrix Organization Foundation. We aim to create an open platform which is as independent, vibrant and evolving as the web itself. But they are doing it specifically for the communication. Now, as of June 2019, Matrix is out of beta and the protocol is fully suitable for production usage. That is, the same protocol can be implemented inside your companies, your teams, or even for your personal communications. So they have some imaginative, or you can say inspiration quotes which they have listed in here. Imagine a world where it is as simple to message or call anyone as it is to send them an email, where you can communicate without being forced to install the same app. Like this is quite understandable, where you can choose who hosts your communication. So this is same as decentralization, where your conversations are secured by E2E encryption. So that means all your chats and all your data is being encrypted fully. Where there is simple standard HTTP API for sharing real-time data on the web. Okay, so it should be like programmable too. Next up, they provide messaging end-to-end encryption. So Matrix gives you a simple HTTP APIs and SDKs. Create chat rooms, direct chat, chatbots, complete with E2E encryption, file transfer, synchronization, and formatted messages, read receipts. So currently you can see like in the global Matrix ecosystem, there are over 25 million users. And then you have Matrix encryption is based on the double branchlet algorithm, which was popularized by Signal, another open source entity which has basically became popular after that WhatsApp issue. And now they have VoIP support. Yeah, this is particularly a good feature. Like Matrix doesn't just implement its own protocols. It is also compatible with already existing protocols such as your WebRTC, which allows you for video calls, voice over internet, and one-to-one chats basically. And then it also allows you to do bridging. So what bridging actually does is like, let's say you are already on some particular platform like Slack, IRC, XMPP, Twitter, Discord, WhatsApp, Facebook, Hangouts, or Telegram. Then what you can do is you can create bridges between the Matrix servers and these particular applications, and you can easily send chats like between cross these applications. Next up, Matrix is also very useful in IoT, VR, and because it allows for ultra low bandwidth transports, that is 100 bytes per second or less. And how does it work? So as you can see, like the basic architecture, where you can see like matrix.bob.com, .ls.com, and charlie.com. So you can see like these are three people, Alice, Bob, and Charlie. They have posted their own Matrix services. So basically a Matrix server, and they are hosting their own version of it. And you can see the user Alice is registered at alice.com, Bob is registered at bob.com, and Charlie is registered at charlie.com. Now you can see there is no central authority governing their communications. They are responsible for their chats, their data, and everything on their own. And basically by default this whole ecosystem is secured, so you do not need any like very hard extra steps to make it more secure, and it is always like it is already production ready. So they provide like simple, pragmatic, RESTful HTTP APIs, open specification of the standard, fully decentralized conversation. So what does decentralization also provides is like there is no single points of control or failures. So let's say if some or the other day Facebook servers are going down, your WhatsApp will be affected. And with Matrix you do not have any such problems until at least one of your servers is still running. Right? So end-to-end encryption, VoIP, real-time synchronization, and it also allows you to authenticate using third-party IDs, group conversations, typing notification presence, like all the basic features which are already present in our chatting applications. So you can see the latest news this week in Matrix 21.6.80. So this is of June itself. Synapse 1.36.0 is released, and this was on like 15th of June. And you can see like this is a very active project. They are doing like new releases every day. So next up we'll see like how you can deploy, or like what actually are the components of this ecosystem. So let's go to the Discover tab. So here you can see like they have provided you guides. They give you an option to try Matrix. Then they have clients, bots, SDKs, bridges, and hosting. So in the clients part, if you will see these are your applications. Let me just click through it. So you can see like there are so many applications which you can use to connect to this Matrix ecosystem. The very popular of them is the Element, and then you have CLD Chat, then you have Element for iOS 2, Neo Chat, Tattoo Chat, Neo, Fluffy Chat, Siphon, and for desktop you have again Element, Spectral, Quaternion, Neko Reborn, Neo Chat, Marriage, like many of them. So and for power users, like if you want to connect to some command line such as your IRC or something, I mean just like your IRC, they have like command line or terminal based clients too. Then from webs, again Element Web, and even from 19 to 3DS you can just connect to the Matrix servers. Next up, let's see the try Matrix parts. You can see again the list of all the clients. Here you can see like all the different stuff. Like you can select if you want to see a client, server, application services, client SDKs, bots, bridges, or other. And then you can select the maturity level of that particular release or something. And then you can select in which language it was programmed in, and even your choice of license. So if something is available for you, then you will be able to use So let's say we want to select clients with all these options by default. So you can see like all the options have come, like all of those which we saw in the client tab. Next up, if you select servers, so here we have Synapse. This one is basically written in Python and it is the official supported version. Then they have Dendrite. This is the second generation of Matrix. The second generation of the Synapse service, and it is rewritten in Golang just for like performance enhancements and all. Then you have Construct, is a C++ based matrix home server. Then you have Rust based Maelstrom high performance matrix server. Then you also have Ligase, which is written in Golang for the cloud native ecosystem. Then you have Conduit, which is written in Rust again. So you can see like you have various different options available. Now the very first choice, or like the very basic choice you can say, is by like installing the Synapse server and using the clients such as your Element web to access the Matrix services, and you can join the ecosystem very quickly. Now why Synapse only? Because like currently this is the most mature release, and they have like particularly so many guides for that. You can check it out here. You can see like how you can get involved in the project, and Matrix Python SDK, installing Synapse guide, and using Docker. So you can see like there are so many tutorials. Okay, so if you check out the bot section, you can see like there are different bots too, like the Trello bot, FAQ bot. So basically you can completely replace your Discord servers with Matrix also. If you are like an open source lover, or you are just hosting some open source projects, then I think instead of using Discord, you can try it with Matrix. Then you can see like bridges. So basically these are all the applications which you can register as a bridge. So you will be able to send messages across these applications using the Matrix specification. Next up, they also provide like hosting. Let's say you do not have any hardware, or you do not want to go the hard way installing the server part, then you can go with some of these providers who provide hosted Synapse services for the Matrix services, and you can just use a client directly and connect to their server and start chatting. Okay, so I think we are done with the Matrix here. You can just come over this place and you can check out and read more about the specification and all. And if you need a detailed guide on how do we install and set up all of these Matrix servers on our own servers and all, then just comment down below. We'll create a guide on that in the next part of this episode. And like recently we are also doing a day vlog where we'll be showing like how we are using Matrix for open apps, the communication system. And you can also come to the develop tab. So they provide you like how you can develop your own bridging applications, how you can develop a client server API, then home server development. And also you can set up a free small Matrix service. I think you are already aware of AWS free tier, right? So they have provided you a complete guide. Like you can register a free domain using free norm, get a free server using the AWS free tier, Azure, GCP or Oracle, and then install the Matrix server on it. So basically if you are under 100 to 50 users, this particular setup will actually work like a charm for you. Let's say you are just setting up for a trial version or for your family, then I mean like you can just go with this free version. And if you like using it, then after that particular year, then you can start for the paid services. Paid in the sense like you do not pay Matrix themselves or any other people. You are just paying for the hardware or the servers which you are using to host the Matrix server. Okay guys, so on the screen you can see this is element.io, and it is the most popular client used to access the matrix servers. So let's explore this one too. You can see like on the mobile phones, like the UI is like this, and this UI on the desktop is like very intuitive, you can say, and you can say it's moreover like your Discord, right? So if you have ever used Discord or not, like let's just show you up. Okay, let's take this UI. You can see like the pretty much you have channels on your side. You have your chatting channels in the sidebar, and then you have the chat in the middle. Yep, so similarly like this one looks pretty much same. So what they're trying to do is like trying to replicate the user experience of the Discord, or you can say Microsoft Teams. Pretty much any chatting application nowadays is like being built on the same UX nowadays. So they provide Element, which is the messaging apps for iOS, Android, web, and desktop. Then they have Element Home, which is your Element with your own supercharged home. Let's see what does this do. So gives you a faster performance, 5 users account, and a home to call your own from just $10 per month. So basically Element provides you both free, open source, and also paid services. So now it's on you that if you want to host this Elements application on your own servers and use it, then you're free to do it and there's no charge for it. And if you want to take their paid services, which is like your SaaS application, like a cloud-based chatting application, then you can pay them. So you can just check out the pricing too. So it's like pretty much very low in comparison to other chatting applications. If you see like $2 per monthly active user and $10 a month. This is for small teams looking for a secure way to collaborate. And next up, if you go with the free plan, which is $0 one, get a decentralized network, no vendor lock-in. The only thing you're missing is the custom DNS, which you get from the nickel plan. E2 encryption is included. Only missing part here is antivirus. Then you have everything. Own branding is missing in the free version of Home and Nickel. Customized mobile apps is available only to Platinum. I mean, this is pretty much understandable, right? Any open source project who are doing like anything for free and providing the source code for free, then they do need some support and funds to keep doing that, right? And to provide support in the first place too. So like giving such parts like or some extra add-ons as paid service is like nothing bad. It's just a particular way they're doing it to support themselves. So we can just check out like all of the features which are available here. Okay, so let's sum this video up here. You can see the UI part here. This looks pretty cool. And okay, so if you do want to try this matrix thing out here and just want to join this open source decentralized network for communication, then please do come here and join it. You can always come to element.io and click try Element, or download the mobile application, or use the matrix web to access any of the available matrix servers. And if you need a guided tutorial on how to set up your own servers, how to join rooms, how to create custom rooms, or how to prepare a production ready setup for your teams or your secured environment or your company, then you can just leave your comments down below. We'll try to make next parts on that for this episode. Otherwise we'll like look into another projects as we always do. Okay, and also I wanna alertify that somewhere on the top you can see that I button where a recommendation for a devlog or a xlog would be coming, where I'm showing that like how we had set up the open apps matrix server for communication of all our open source communities and also our internal team. Okay, so thank you guys. See you soon in the new